Hello. Much research has been gone into the ChatGPT, the LLMs, and others recently. I recently showed a project to someone that said could benefit perhaps from ChatGPT. So I thought, well, does AI actually know how to use ham radio and how ham radio works? Let's choose this repeater, 442.45 and DCS 125. Say you want to connect this with your radio, like FT65. What does Claude say? How can I connect Yaesu 65 to repeater 44245 and DCS 125? Press VFO mode, that's correct. Set repeater offset, that's actually automatic 9 times out of 10. Configure DCS code. Enter the menu settings, navigate to DCS settings, select 125. Well, that's how you do it on every radio. How do you do it specifically? Verify repeater input. Okay, make sure the code is 125 and test the connection. Yeah, kind of generic instructions. That's actually wrong. There isn't a reverse button. As you can see, that's what the radio looks like. What about ChatGPT? How can I connect the 65 to 44245 and DCS 125? Well, you set the frequency and the DCS tone. Well, yeah. Give me steps to do so, the buttons to do so. And it says, okay, press and hold the power volume. It's not something you press. But okay, VFO mode, that's correct. You go up, down, that's correct. Tuning dial, there is not a tuning dial. Set the offset. Press the megahertz button to toggle the offset. Again, there isn't a megahertz button and there isn't a tuning dial on this one. Got a bit confused. And also, there is no MONI button. There is a monitor button. And that's not how you switch from CTCSS and DCS. So, yeah, I mean, it's close. That's completely wrong. There isn't a monitor button, and if it was, it's not to switch between CT, CSS, DCS mode. What else? Let's see what the Bing LLM assistant says. How can I connect the 65 to a repeater that's at 44245 and DCS 125? This is good. It's actually referencing where it gets it at YouTube and a forum and a Reddit thread, which the others did not do right next to their explanation. To connect, you turn on your radio and enter the menu mode by pressing a menu button. It's not a label it's not labeled menu, but yeah, that's correct. Menu 8 CCCSS and set CTCSS 125 hertz. That's completely wrong. I said it's a DCS 125. And again, squelch type TSQL, that's not correct either. The offset of 0.6 megahertz. No, it's actually offset of 5. for those frequencies. Save the settings to the memory slot and press menu and select the desired memory bank and slot. I didn't say how to store it, I said how to connect to it. Once you save the settings, you should be able to communicate through repeater. If you encounter issues, refer to the Yaesu manual or online forums. Yeah, so this is also wrong. It's even telling me a CTCSS I didn't even ask for. Let's try something else. So, repeater start will tell you step by step how to go and set this. It even shows you the photo of the radio pointing to which buttons that you need to find, like the function button on the side. But what if, let's give it something. Let's give it a curveball. Let's say, how do I program that into the Yaesu FT2980? It's actually an unsupported frequency, as you can see if you use repeater start. It does not work because that's a VHF radio, not a dual band like many of these other radios. So let's ask it, how do I program that into a 2980? No, you cannot actually enter that into a VHF radio. Hmm. But nice try. Hmm. And again, it's trying to give me instructions that will not work. That's a VHF radio. You could try all day trying to plug that in and that would not work. What about Bing? Let's see what Bing Assistant says. No, not exactly. If I can at least get it to understand the question. It's still saying how to plug in a CTCSS tone of 125. I didn't ask for that. And it's still missing the point that no, you can't plug that into a VHF radio. So yeah, there's a lot of things that the AI doesn't know, specifically for a ham radio. When it says to press a button that does not exist or is wrong for that device, or it doesn't give a picture as repeater start does, as my repeater start premium shows you. It doesn't show a picture which buttons to go to. And probably most importantly for the ham radio operators, it does not work offline. Offline or out in the woods is when you would generally want to get the info or instructions for your radio and repeater. So for the repeater start project I've been working on, it has those three benefits. It's offline, it works offline on your computer. Um, it actually shows the actual buttons that you want to press on your radio. And it shows a photo of the radio with step-by-step instructions.